Hello, so I'm Madonna Brown, this is Hank Brown, and this is our daughter Jessica. Me and Hank are both licensed clinical mental health counselors, and Hank was diagnosed with Lewy Body Dementia, and he's been sick for approximately 10 years now. So Jessica's only with us for a little bit of time, so we want to make sure we get some extra videos with her input about what it's like to have a dad who has Lewy Body Dementia. And then maybe also what it might be like for you, being a caregiver sometimes, Jessica, while you're here with us. So let's just start with that. What is it like for you when you're here? Is there a burden for you? Like, we were out last night, we stopped at Dairy Queen, and I noticed one of the first things Jessica said was, "Where's Daddy?"
Yeah, so because he started showing symptoms so quick, such a long time ago, I really stepped up. I feel like because Mom was still working full time and stuff like that, so it was just me and Dad home alone. And as you guys know, that time was a lot harder than he is now. But because Mom was gone, it fell to me to make sure that Dad ate, make sure that he, was doing what he needed to do and stuff. Now, because I didn't move out until a couple of years ago. So before I moved out, Mom would be in session doing telehealth and stuff, and it was my job, make sure Dad gets up, make sure he gets some food, help him get his computer up so he can watch NASCAR or YouTube, whatever he wants to do. Like, that was my job while Mom was at work, and in between me doing online classes, it was take care of Dad. And I think, especially when I was younger, I held a little bit of resentment, I guess, for that. It's like, oh, I can't go out and be with friends or whatever because I need to go home and take care of Dad and clean the house and stuff for Mom who's working. And I think all of that was really hard for me growing up because it's like I had to shoot forward and start taking care of a lot more stuff. So now, I don't mind helping. Whenever, like she said, as soon as we got to Dairy Queen and stuff, I was instantly back in that role of, let me make sure, where did Dad go? Let me make sure that he knows what, if he wants to order something, help him figure out what it is, order it for him, or help him order it if he wants to order it. It was immediately back into that routine. So, yeah, it was, like I said, I think when I was younger, I was kind of mad that I had to do those things. And also I was mad because this stuff was happening to my dad. And I was like, this stuff's not supposed to happen until he's like 70 years old. Exactly. And here he is, not even 50. Like, exactly. I think it was a mix of all of that. And it's like, why do I have to spend my time doing this? And it's not fair. But I did it because I love my dad and he needed help. And that's because I was the youngest and I was the one that was home. That's just what I did.
And it really meant a lot to me. Just like now when Jessica comes home, I don't care if she's here for 3 or 4 days. If she helps at all, it makes such a difference for me. Like, we were at Dairy Queen, and I need to run to the bathroom. And I remember thinking, I ordered, I handed Jessica the bill, and I thought, I can go. I don't have to stand here and wait for all the food. I don't have to stand here and make sure everything is right. Jessica's going to help me out some. So as a caregiver, it really makes a difference for me to have that little bit of support during those moments. It does. It really helps out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it was hard because I have my bad days too, just like everybody else. And it's like, no, I don't want to stand here and wait for the food. Exactly. Like, I don't want to do that. Right. No, I don't want to go to the store and do this because I do it all the time. And it's like, I need a break too. Exactly. And so it got frustrating now because I don't live here anymore. Right. So when I do come visit, it's really easy just to be like, yeah, sure, I'll take over and I'll take some of that burden off of you.
And it really makes a difference. Like, we go out to eat because if Granny's with us, I'm helping Granny decide what to eat. Yeah. Then Hank is with me, so I've got to help him decide. And then I got to figure out what I want. And if Jessica's with me,
I'll take Granny or Dad.
That's right. You can do one or the other. Yeah. And even if our other kids are here, sometimes it helps when Shane takes him out, or I go out when Shane goes. It does. And as caregivers, for those of you who are caregivers, if you don't already know it, just that little bit of burden can make such a difference in the world when somebody else helps with that. What do you think, Hank? I see you falling asleep over there.
Yeah, I was.
So, we want to talk about some little bit of humor that we've had. during the time together since Hank has been sick. Now, some of you probably won't agree with the humor that we had, but we're going to tell you the jokes and stuff anyway. So, do you want to tell them?
Yeah, so it's almost like a coping mechanism. A lot of people use humor as a coping mechanism, especially after, like, a parent dies and stuff.
There's that therapeutic language.
Yeah, so for us, thinking that, in the beginning, like, oh, well, we think he's going to die at any moment, and it's like, well, we started having our own type of humor, and you guys know how, I mean, Dad's a freaking comedian, too, and, like, our family loves humor. It's not anything new, and ours came a little bit twisted after.
And it's funny because we all agreed on it.
And we all agreed. And to us, it was normal.
It's how we coped.
It's how we coped, and it was normal for us, because all of our lives we've told bad jokes and funny jokes and dad jokes and all that, and now we just made it into our own about his dementia. And so, like, one time there was something under the house that needed to be done, and I didn't want to go in there because it's full of spiders and stuff, and I don't deal with that. Mom didn't want to go do it, and so we were like,
we thought there were going to be snakes.
Yeah, we were like, we don't want to go under there at all, and we were like, well, let's just make Dad do it. He's going to die anyway. And if I say that to other people, they just, like, gasp and look at me like, how dare I say that? And it's like, that's how we coped with it. And
what'd you think about that joke, Hank, that day when we said, you can go do it because you're going to die anyway?
I thought it was funny.
I thought you did.
Well, Dad's always said, we're all going to die someday. We're all dying right now.
Yeah.
His just might have been a little bit quicker.
We started dying the day we were born.
That's what you told me the day I said you were terminally ill and I was crying. That's exactly what you told me. Yep.
So it may look weird and demented, to pun intended with the dementia, yeah. But it may look terrible for someone who doesn't know us and know that's what we do. But I just want to say, it's like, it's not meant to be mean or anything like that. Dad loves it. Most of the time, he's the one that comes up with it. Yeah. So it's not to, like, be mean, and we would never say something or even put it in a video or anything if Dad didn't agree or think it was funny either. Like, we would not do that.
And that's why we always include you, Hank, because we want to make sure everybody gets to hear you, not just us saying your viewpoint. We want you telling your viewpoint so everybody knows your viewpoint.
Mm-hmm. You remember when we was living on the river?
Mm-hmm.
And I went around to the other people that was there like that, and I stepped on a snake barefooted.
Yep,
and I come flying around. I stepped on a snake. I stepped on a snake.
I remember it so well.
I was in the RV and I just heard him scream outside.
But you know that you was high stepping then. I never seen you step so high as you come around.
I was trying to get up higher than that snake.
You were. You sure did. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And now, for a long time, your joke has been, "I'm Mr. Dementia Man."
Yeah.
And that's what you call yourself, Dementia Man.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Gonna have to get you a superhero costume.
I need to.
A superhero costume. That's a pretty good plan. Yep.
I'm going to have to think that one out.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Interviewer, next question.
So what we try to do is we try to use humor. And I know y'all see us do that a lot on our videos and stuff, but I mean, this is just us. This is just real life for us. We've always been that way. We make jokes all the time.
If you guys have ever watched King of Queens, Mr. Doug Heffernan, that's who he was always like. Anybody that ever asked me, hey, what's your dad like? I would always say Doug Heffernan. But I would also say because him and Robin Williams are very similar. And I would always say, because I think you got a lot of your humor from Robin Williams in Mork and Mindy.
Oh, yeah.
And Bud from Andy Griffith's show. Not Andy Griffith's show. What was the show?
Bud from...
Was it the Andy Griffith's?
Bud.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh,
yeah. The comedian group. Buddy. Yeah. And so that's humor, especially the, like, Mork and Mindy and stuff. I always imagined, like, Robin Williams was almost like an uncle because him and my dad were, like, really similar with stuff. So him having Lewy Body Dementia and him dying and stuff was really hard for me because this was when Dad was starting having those symptoms and stuff like that when he died. So it even further was like, oh my God, my dad's gonna die and stuff. And,
True.
And it felt like I lost a piece of my dad when Robin Williams died. So it was pretty hard with that. But again, it was the humor.
I don't like
Humor,
all
but-
this. I'm learning way too much about all the pain and suffering that Jessica goes through over this. I didn't know. I mean, I knew that she suffered, but I didn't know it was to.
Yeah, I never really talked because you had enough going on that like I didn't want to burden you more with how I felt. And I was in therapy, and I've been in therapy for years and years. So if I was having issues, it was easy for me to just talk to them about it. And yeah, I just didn't want to burden Mom more with it. Or
That was very nice
Dad
of
more
you,
with
but
it.
I just, and like I say, I knew it was really a big deal to you. Not that, because I knew you and Daddy were really close, but I don't know. Maybe I just lived in a little bubble, and because I had to survive, so I just had to
Yeah,
live in my bubble.
you were in that like doing what you could to grieve, take care of Dad. You had your own business. I was still there that you had to like make sure I was being taken care of. You had to compartmentalize, and so me not like being super open about all of it was just me trying to help you, and I still had people I could talk to and work things out with and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have a joke for this one? Do you have a joke?
No,
Oh, Jessica had a
that was
joke about the Roman.
Oh yeah, so this is my favorite joke. A Roman walks into a bar, holds up 2 fingers, and says 5 beers, please. And that's probably my favorite joke.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys watching. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do.
The little bell.
The little bell. I forget about the little bell. And if you need anything, let us know. Okay? So we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hank?
Bye bye. La La Land, man.